set it on my desk, and opened the package. I flipped my way through the first 3 applications. Nothing special. Nothing out of the ordinary. I could set up a test weekend with any of the 3 women and probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference between them. I rubbed the back of my neck and sighed. Maybe I'd been doing this too long. Maybe I should try again to settle down and be normal. With someone who wasn't Melanie this time. The problem was I needed my dom lifestyle. I just wanted something special to go along with it. I took a long sip of water and looked at my watch. 5 o'clock. It was highly doubtful I'd find my something special in the last application. Since the woman had no experience, it really wasn't even worth my time to review her paperwork. Without looking at it, I took the application and put it on top of my to-shred pile. The 3 remaining I placed side by side on top of my desk and read over the cover pages again. Nothing. There was basically nothing differentiating the 3 women. I should just close my eyes and randomly pick one. The one in the middle would work. But even as I looked over her information, my gaze drifted to the shred pile. The discarded application represented a woman who wanted to be my submissive. She'd taken the time to fill out my detailed paperwork, and Godwin had held up sending everything because of Miss I have no experience and want only Nathaniel West. The least I could do was respect that woman enough to read her information. I picked up the discarded application and read the name. Abigail King. The papers slipped from my hand and fluttered to the ground. I was a complete success in the eyes of the world. I owned and ran my own international securities corporation. I employed hundreds of people. I lived in a mansion that had graced the pages of Architectural Digest. I had a terrific family. 99% of the time I was content with my life. But there was that 1%. That 1% that told me I was an utter and complete failure. That I was surrounded by hundreds of people, but known by very few. That my lifestyle was not acceptable. That I would never find someone I could love and who would love me in return. I never regretted my decision to live the lifestyle of a dominant. I normally felt very fulfilled, and if there were times I did not, they were very few and far between. I felt incomplete only when I made my way to the public library and caught a glimpse of Abby. Of course, until her application crossed my desk, I had no way of knowing if she even knew I existed. Until then, Abby had symbolized for me the missing 1%. Our worlds were so far apart they could not and would not collide. But if Abby was a submissive and wanted to be my submissive, I allowed my mind to wander down pathways I'd closed off for years, opened the gates of my imagination and let the images overtake me. Abby naked and bound to my bed. Abby on her knees before me. Abby begging for my whip. Oh yes. I picked her application up off the ground and started reading. Name, address, phone number, and occupation. I skimmed over. I turned the page to her medical history. Normal liver function tests and blood cell counts. HIV and hepatitis negative. Negative urine drug screen. The only medication she took was the birth control pills I required. I went to the next page, her completed checklist. Godwin had not lied when he said Abby had no experience. She had marked off only 7 items on the list: vaginal sex, masturbation, blindfolds, spanking, swallowing semen, handjobs, and sexual deprivation. In the comment field beside sexual deprivation, she had written, "Haha, not sure our definitions are the same." I smiled. She had a sense of humor. Several items were marked, "No, hard limit." I respected that. I had my own hard limits.